Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to another episode of Ball Chat Podcast. I am Benton, and I'm a family. Junior, how are you doing, sir?
I'm back from my sabbatical. It did not work.
Junior was away last week on sabbatical. Even leaving doesn't help Manchester United. He's back again, football family. Come on, how are you doing? Come on.
I'm good.
And it's nice to see you come on again as Chelsea. Come on, smiling even though Chelsea lost, Junior.
Yeah, well, we have to talk about that.
We'll talk about it. So football lovers, as usual, we'll discuss the major news in football. And by the way, did I introduce myself? I'm Benton.
Yeah.
Sometimes y'all forget these things. But we'll discuss the major news in football. We'll start off the show with our ballers and bugs. You can send on your comments on questions on our Facebook or YouTube page. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. It's a lively show.
Of all those who are wondering why I'm looking down, I'm sending out the post right now. So.
Yes. And for those, Dave White last week asked, why am I looking down? We usually look down to look at the comments that are coming so we can read the comments that are coming in. So no disrespect, football family. Let's get to it. Ballers and bugs with the ballers and bugs and the football roundup. Get to the EPL, the coaching hot seat. Yo, wait, the chair hot. Coaching hot seat and preview the Merseyside derby plus the great special one. Take his team back to Old Trafford. His new team back to Old Trafford. We'll get to that instead of Spurs versus Manchester United. But to kick it off, ballers of the week. Come on. Bugs will wait for later. Who you have as your baller?
Jamie Vardy. Again, every game Jamie Vardy keeps scoring and helping Leicester to be second in the league. I must give a shout out to Brendan Rodgers too. He's also my baller, or I should say my coach of the week. Vardy and Brendan on the same team. They're my ballers.
And Kofi Powell, I see your family. Bless up. Liverpool family running in hot. Dalton, I see your family. Send on your ballers and bugs. Junior, who you have as your... So, come on's baller of the week is Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy is scoring goals for fun these days. Leicester City defeated a feisty Everton. And the coaching hot seat under the one, Marcus Silva, is warm, burning like fire. You saw Marcus Silva's expression at the end of the game. He's like, how the hell we lost this game? Kelechi Iheanacho scored at the end to seal Marcus Silva's fate at Everton, as Everton lost.
Not yet, but
Not
yeah.
Everton is currently sitting one position above the relegation zone.
The nail is in the coffin. 1-0.
No, it's a very tough coffin to nail down. Because he should have been fired weeks ago. Junior, your baller of the week, boss.
My ball of the week is a process, and I'm going to big up, as funny as it's, I'm personifying my ball of the week. I was going to go Leicester City. I wanted to go Liam Bailey, but no, I'm going to personify my ball of the week.
Okay.
The pot that picked the Euro 2020 games.
Yes.
Because when I look at Group F, and I see, I don't care who the 4 team is that don't get picked. Okay. I see France, Germany, and Portugal in the same group. Yo, my TV going nice next year. I only want to see Group F games, nothing more. I am going to see Cristiano Ronaldo playing up against Conte again, even though in the last Euro he was hurt. I am going to see Cristiano Ronaldo going up against Joachim Low and Germany. I love that. I love it.
Football lovers, ballers being the most impressive players of the week. Bugs being the unimpressive player of the week. How is it that we're going to have a pot as ballers of the week? Can you give an honorable mention for a person?
Leon Bailey.
Leon
Bailey scored 2 great goals. I consider him great goals against Bayern Munich. Coming back from injury, coming back from...
Adversities,
yeah. Thanks for pretty it up, because the amount of words I could say would probably be disrespectul, but big up Liam Bailey.
Ball of the week for Junior is the person who drew
the Dutch pot. Big up the Dutch pot.
The person who drew the selected Group F as Portugal, Germany, and France. are in that. So who is the third team?
The fourth team, we
The
don't.
fourth team.
A sacrificial lamb.
The sacrificial lamb.
Easy 3 points.
And we'll get to a Euro draw in a section on when we do a football roundup. That seems to be a mouth-watering matchup for next year's Euro 2020 games. And also his honorable baller is Mr. Leon Bailey scoring 2 goals as Bayern Leverkusen defeated Bayern Munich 2-1. Leon Bailey shows up for these Bayern Munich games.
Who wants to win the German Bundesliga? That's my question.
We'll decide soon next week. soon we'll decide. My ball of the week is Dele Alli. And everyone is rolling in with ballers, but you gotta give Dele Alli his props. Dele Alli looks like a man reborn. Jose Mourinho says, will the real Dele Alli step forward?
Mm-hmm.
And he has done that. Scored 2 goals yesterday. And the fun is back in football again for Dele Alli. He's nutmegging people, salading people, as they would say in Jamaica. And his confidence on the field is playing that number 10 role, that freedom to do whatever. So Dele Alli is my ball of the week.
And I have to mention that when Jose first went to Chelsea, he looked at Lampard and said, you were the best player in the world. And apparently he said the same thing to Dele Alli. First week of training.
Let's see if Dele Alli can keep it up. The sky's the limit. We know he always was talented. And we know that he was showing up in the past, but he's been in a bad slump under former coach, Mr. Pochettino.
Soon to be Manchester United coach.
Soon to be Manchester United coach, according to Junior. and honorable mention for my ball of the week is Newcastle outfit. Who says Steve Bruce can't coach? Big up yourself, Newcastle. They took a point at home against the feisty Manchester City, or soft soap Manchester City.
Come on, hear the man laugh at his own joke.
Manchester City. Continue.
I hear him.
Let's get to some ballers from the family. Dalton says Virgil van Dijk for his 2 goals. When is it not a Liverpool fan as ball of the week, player's ball of the week for the Liverpool nation? Leon Bailey for his 2 goals. Leno for saves to keep Arsenal from defeat today. Yeah, Bernd Leno was exceptional in goal for the former underwear model and now new Arsenal coach, Freddie Ljungberg. Kofi Paul says his ball of the week is Vardy and Rogers. Big up yourself, El Pistolero. Ball of the week he changed from a Liverpool player, John Joe Shelby.
Well, a former Liverpool player.
A former Liverpool.
Them Liverpool people, man.
And John Joe Shelby, by scoring that goal at the Dan moment.
Hey, them consistent.
Yes, has really helped Liverpool in the quest to get their first EPL title in 30 years. Bugs of the week. Bugs being the unimpressive players of the week.
What we just said?
Liverpool. That goal by John Joe Shelby at the end is helping Liverpool to try to get the
for this goal. Okay, I thought I talked about when it was at Liverpool. Okay.
His first to try to get Liverpool's first title in 30 years.
You just sound like you were speaking in such finality.
Finality.
I
think some Liverpool fans, YNWA, will say it's written. It's written in the stars.
You never walk alone when you run. You never walk alone off these ledges, so okay.
And El Pistolero said Leon Bailey is also his ball of the week. Bugs of the week, come on. Who you have as your bug of the week?
Harry Maguire. Today I wondered how on earth they spent £50 million for him. He wasn't good. Harry Maguire was not good today, Junior. And he was why is he wearing the captain's armband? What's going on? Because £50 million, they have to give him the armband. Is that what happened? And then David Luiz, listen, props to the Chelsea person who sold him an offer up or eBay, because David Luiz looked like a shell of a defender. So thanks Arsenal for taking David Luiz off of Lampard's hands. But he gets it, and Harry Maguire gets it.
Harry Maguire. Is it 40? Is it 50 million or 80? 80 is Cameron's bug of the week. 80 million or 50 million? Somewhere around there.
With escalators, it can possibly be.
We could get to 80 million bucks. Bug of the week for Cameron. I mean, a Manchester United fan said to me earlier that, jeez, what a boy buggish. In regard to Harry Maguire. I guess money does change people, Junior. And also, the bug of the week is anyone at Arsenal for signing David Luiz. Come on, is that your bug of the week? Was that? Or David Luiz?
Mm-hmm. David Luiz. No, David Luiz is the bug.
David Luiz is a bug. Bugs being the unimpressive player of the week. If you're watching us on Facebook and our YouTube, send on your ballers and bugs. Junior, bug of the week.
I've been beating this drum for the last couple of weeks. Pep is not the bug of the week, ironically.
He should be.
He's not the bug. I'm gonna tell you why he's not the bug of the week.
Rodri?
Thank you. Rodri, you were bought. You were transferred in. You term buy.
I don't like to use the buy and sell people.
Rodri,
you
were transferred in to take the mantle from Fernandinho as the central holding midfielder for Manchester City. A team that holds the ball for 70-80% of the game, right?
Yes.
All you have to do is to take the ball off the tired legs of your attacking opponent because you have the ball 75-80%. That's the easiest job in the world. Mm-hmm. And Pep looked at you yesterday and said, go on the field. Go forth and play in the last 10 minutes of the game. 8 minutes of the game. Kill the game off. Kevin De Bruyne just scored a wonderful shot.
That's a wonder strike.
You just have to go in the middle of the field and disrupt the play. And his transfer debacle was shown in 3 seconds. John Josh Shelvey, 800 years old, he runs a mile in 3 weeks. And John Josh Shelvey got the ball at the top of the 18. And even the commentator said Rodri is late reacting to the ball. That cost Manchester City 2 points and possibly a top 2 in the Premier League. Forget about the championship. They might not even finish in the top 2 of the Premier League. Wow. And I put that all on Rodri's foot. Just close out on the man, no boss. Go back to Spain, man.
Bug of the week, and he's been beating Rodri's bug. Rodri's been bug of the week. Maybe he's going through a bad spell, Junior.
I am hoping he plays against Manchester United next weekend and we have a chance. Bug.
Football family, bug of the week for Coffee. I said he said that Alisson picked up a red card for. Wait.
What was he thinking?
What was Alisson thinking? Maybe he needs a vacation. He needs a week off.
He needs another injury.
He didn't see the line.
Alisson picked up a red card. Bugs of the week, Alisson for Dalton, Arsenal for the Europa loss and a draw today. Pep for the 2 draw in 1 week. Yes, Pep Guardiola and Manchester City drew with Shakhtar and
again.
It's artist side, it seems. They drew also with Newcastle. El Pistolero says Alisson is my bug of the week. Reason being, he can't play in the derby against Everton. And bear in mind, Shelvey loved these type of big games from Liverpool days, meaning he loved the Newcastle sort of game. So that was his ball of the week, John Joe Shelvey.
El Pistolero, Pele loves playing against Argentina. Pele cannot play against Argentina right now. John Joe Shelvey should have not produced what he produced in that game.
If Rodri had done his job,
just do your job.
Just close him out.
Yeah.
All right, my bug of the week. Oh my God, I don't even know if it's bug worthy, but my bug of the week is Watford. Watford, Elton John, family at Watford. Elton John is a big fan of Watford. I think he also owns a piece of the club. Watford fired Quique Flores Sanchez.
Second time.
85 days in the job at Watford. They fired one Mr. Javi Garcia, 4 games. And who will Sam Allardyce? Line up yourself because Watford will be calling. Watford need to figure out what's going on.
How close are they to the relegation bottom?
They're bottom.
Where?
They're bottom.
So who they going to call?
Sam Allardyce.
You're crazy.
Sam Allardyce, get yourself ready. Ask for as much
money. And Everton is sitting there?
Ask for as much money as you want, Sam Allardyce.
And Everton is there?
Mm-hmm.
How was the team? Watford, Quique Flores Sanchez. I mean, you hired Sanchez Quique Flores Sanchez to come in and save to improve the defense, and they conceded 28 goals in his 28 goals. So Watford and the hierarchy. And be careful, Watford. You might be staring down the barrel of relegation.
El Slayer said Flores should get fired 10 times. He should know once you left the team, never go back.
Never go back.
Very true.
You know, but when Flores went back, he saw this as a redemption song.
Moreno can tell him, yeah. Well, good comeback.
Yeah, we saw it as a redemption. All right.
Okay.
Any honorable ballers and bugs? Come on. Any honorable ballers and bugs? For you, come on. And Junior.
For me, go ahead, come on.
No, you go on.
For me, honorary bug.
Yeah.
From the Glazers all the way down to the rat that run across Old Trafford Field.
Oh my God, you mean?
So the ownership at Manchester United.
Even the cockroach that is hiding in the heat from the cold in the stands.
No, that doesn't involve them. It's the Glazers and the money makers.
Even the moth that is flying around the stadium lights. Everything affiliated with Manchester United. Bug of the week.
Bug of the week. Manchester United drew 2-2 to a feisty Aston Villa team. Jack Grealish, I was gonna give him ball of the week, but he missed a sitter, scored an exceptional goal. Come on, any other
Mr. Sitter.
Yeah,
I want to fight him.
Yes, he definitely
missed more than one easy
Yes.
chance.
Come on, honorable mention for ballers and bugs.
Did I say Brendan Rodgers? I give it to him already, right?
Yes, you did say Brendan.
All right. So Crystal Palace, old man Roy is really sticking with it. I don't know if this season will be what's our boy's name again? Oh my, what's right
Zaha.
name again? The
Zaha.
Ivory Coast, Zaha.
Yeah.
I don't know if this season is going to be the season that we really see his potential. But I do see Zaha working hard week in and week out. And I'm so happy that Crystal Palace actually got the 2-0 win.
All right.
I need Tottenham defense to tighten up the back line because you're not going to make my boy Josie embarrass himself. 2 games in a row, you're leading 3-0 and if you eke it up by 3-2.
Tighten up
So
after
Tottenham
Wednesday.
first. Oh, sorry. Tighten up the back line. Tottenham.
And Jose Mourinho is playing around with bug of the week for keeps playing Eric Dyer. Because Dyer is not supposed to be in that holding
Well,
midfield
he liked Eric Dyer.
Yeah, but
He wanted him at Manchester
He
United.
subbed him 28 minutes in the Champions League game against Olympiacos after Olympiacos took the lead 2-0.
And apologized to him.
And then he apologized to him and played him in the game in the EPL. And
Yeah,
wow.
I don't know who Joe is trying to fool with this. You see him on the field shaking hands and hugging and shaking the ball boy's hand, and I'm like, oh, who this Josie trying to fool?
Yeah.
Question I want to ask the Arsenal fans: why is it that they bought a £78 million defender, or let's not say a defender, because Emery kind of plays him everywhere on the pitch? Why a higher purchase a $78 million baller just to have him sit on the bench? I mean, the bench needs some weight. Why?
And we'll get to Nicolas Pepe and Arsenal now in our football roundup. Come on, says, to give context for football fans, Unai Emery's out. He's probably home with his family, happy. He was sacked. I mean, Junior, your assessment of Unai Emery's tenure at Arsenal, and we'll get to Camon's question about the higher purchase ball and Nicolas Pepe not playing as much. But, I mean, how much of this is Unai Emery's fault and how much of it is just bad players?
I think a couple weeks ago, the nail was in the coffin when the Granit Xhaka incident happened.
Yeah.
And Unai Emery seemed to play both sides and didn't pick a side.
Yeah.
He tried to appease both sides of the fence. So I think that was the end. Arsenal is a very unbalanced team ever since my boy Wenger was there. Towards the end of his tenure, they have been unbalanced. For some reason, they seem to want to be the Barcelona of England. Ever since, it is what it is, ever since Wenger was there. And it seems like ownership or the board or whoever is still pushing for something that they cannot achieve. When Emery came on, I thought the first thing they were going to do was to buy Steele right down the middle. I wasn't even afraid when Emery came on as coach. I said he's going to solidify the middle of that field, and he didn't do that. He went and buy Pepe. He went and transferred for Pepe. We have a surplus of players there. And then spend 8 million for a centre half while making your captain leave.
Yeah,
that was that was the death nail. And I think I think they have the same problem as Manchester United have, where there's a perception that the team should look a certain way on the field, and they're trying to fit a square peg in a round hole.
So Dalton says that Pepe is just a flair and no finish. Can't blame them. That's why he's on the bench. Come on. And yes, he's more of a track star, but you have to give him time. If you sign him for £72 million, you want to give him some playing time because his finishing has been atrocious. But come on, your assessment of Unai Emery's tenure. He's gone home to happier pastures now in Spain, and he will get another job. But this Arsenal outfit continue to struggle. They escaped today with against Norwich to drew the game 2-2. They should have lost that game. Norwich missed some sitters. Did you see anything about Freddie Ljungberg's one day on the job that made you think that he might be a guy for this job in the long run?
I don't think he's the I don't think he's the right fit for the job. What I saw today wasn't different from what Emery, would tinker with. I mean, yeah, we can blame Emery for keeping Pepe on the bench, but what was Freddie's reason? I mean, why they think both Emery and Freddie saw the same thing and kept Pepe on the bench? So that's one of the things I kind of thought about today. I said, okay, maybe he's not that good of a player. And then you're talking about giving him time for what? He's not an academy player. When I hear you talk about giving players in Benton, what are we giving 25, 26-year-old men time for? To get used to the weather, the pitch, the fans, what? Surely it's not playing football because this is their job. He has been a professional football player for a long time. So it's either you come on the field and you produce the goods, and he has not been doing that. But Freddie I don't think Freddie is an upgrade to Emery. I think Freddie is either on the same level or a little bit below Emery. But nothing he did today kind of showed us that he is the man for the job.
Yeah.
And someone did message me today to tell me that if Emery was still the coach, Arsenal would have lost today. Maybe, maybe not. But I think that Norwich actually beat themselves.
Yeah, Norwich. And when I mentioned time for Pepe, is actually time on the field. He needs to be on the field. You spend that money, you need to put him on the field and see what you get. The scouting department at Arsenal seems to be quite horrible. Junior, who do you see taking this job? I mean, there's rumors about interest in Pochettino, Brandon Rodgers. There's a lot of names being tossed in this hat. Is this this is still Arsenal, right? An attractive job for
No, it's still a very attractive job, but I honestly
Patrick Vieira is
Vieira, I would think is odds on.
And the club and the Old Boys Association seems to be advocating heavily for Patrick Vieira to take the helm.
And I think they just need two signings. To me, all Arsenal want is a sensible centre back and a defensive-minded midfielder.
And so
that's all they want. So any new coach that's coming in, I don't think their permanent coach is coming in before summer.
Okay.
I think their permanent coach will be signed or will be announced the last day of the season.
Okay.
And then he's going to come on and he's going to start his recruiting because he's going to need a defender and a midfielder and probably even a goalkeeper. But who that be, I don't think it's going to be. I see people talking about Allegri. Some people talk about I don't think Pochettino will go to Arsenal. I don't think so. I don't even think. Yeah, go ahead, come on.
Sorry, so all on this. So if Jose did just wait 1 week or 2 weeks, he would have gotten the Arsenal job. I think Jose is the right man for Arsenal.
No,
I don't think he wants that job.
No.
Who said he don't want the job? Jose,
No,
he likes a challenge. I definitely think that Jose
I
would
mean,
have
what would he
take
do
that
with
Arsenal
those?
job.
What would he do with those Buck defenders? Come on. I mean, it's a much better outfit what he's got now at Spurs.
Sir, the same thing he's doing with Tottenham outfit. Trust me.
Come
It
on.
that's more work. Hmm?
Come on. If Jose had his choice, and
Yes.
Jose look at both rosters. Jose is going to look at Tottenham's roster, and he's going to see Dele Alli. He's going to see Son, Harry Kane,
Lucas Moura.
even he's going to see Sissoko,
Toby Alderweireld.
Toby Alderweireld, and he's going.
Sanchez.
And then he's going to lolook at
Jan
Arsenal.
Vertonghen. I
He's
mean,
going to look at Arsenal, and then he's going to look at all the names, and one name is going to come to his face. Mesut Ozil, and he's going to think about Real Madrid. He's going to laugh.
Get that guy out of here, man. Get that guy. Jose Mourinho don't want to waste time with that. Football fan.
I think Jose would have taken the Arsenal job just to be a thorn in Arsenal side. If he was that, even to be petty. But listen, he's the coach, and you know that Jose Mourinho is a petty man. And if he thinks that Ozil cannot see the pitch, Ozil will never see the pitch.
Yeah, but and ultimately, football family. Let's get to some of your comments. Coffee Paul says, Pep is overrated. That's why Klopp never look at him. Yo, for Liverpool fans, leave Liverpool alone after this. We're talking about Arsenal. El Pistolero says Jose wanted Kane and Dyer and Toby from when he was at Manchester United, so it was easy. Yes, those are players that he was always attracted to.
Dalton said if they don't get a permanent coach, they will be relegated.
They might be relegated. That is for Arsenal.
Dalton, stop it. Dalton, if you stop it. Hey, Liverpool fans from somewhere else, and them full of themselves, they won't be relegated.
Yeah, and we want to wrap up the discussion on Arsenal. But Junior, and come on, whosoever is the manager of this outfit, it's Freddie Ljungberg's job, but whosoever is the manager of this outfit, who gets this on a permanent basis, have to deal with the elephant in this room. And these are these huge contracts, these Mesut Ozil, £350,000 a week contract, who's not necessarily giving you a return on that investment.
Yep.
And you cannot offload him for any sort of return. What do you do with those contracts? You have Lacazette's a big contract, Aubameyang's a big contract. Remember last year, Unai Emery, he couldn't sign players in the January transfer. He could only have players in on loan. So whoever is the manager is going to have to do some gymnastics to offload some of these players.
But that's
David Luiz.
But that's a perfect starting ground for a manager, because he can easily come in and say, look, I have these anchors that I need to get rid of. So that's a perfect ground for him. Wait for come on.
You know what? I agree, because at the end of the day, you have to protect your job. So you have all these players who are making all this money, but you are not seeing the results on the. You bench them. You put them to the side, and you get a player who really wants to play for the club, because ultimately you are gonna lose your job. So them have to do something. Hey, I don't know if you saw Ozil on the pitch. He was absent. He didn't do anything. Lacazette was non-existent either. So you have these players who are making all this money and they're not doing anything. So bench them. Use something else. They say Arsenal Academy are one of the best academies in the Premier League. Can you bring up the players them and say, listen, I have to start from somewhere. I guess like every year for Arsenal, it's going to be a rebuilding process. But in reality, you have to. You have these expensive players. They're not producing. Then you get players who really want to play.
Yeah, and I mean, as we put a bow on the Arsenal discussion, they do have these large wages. So whosoever take over, we'll see if it's Patrick Vieira and what the Kroenke family, whose ownership of that Arsenal outfit. But quickly on Watford, another coach in carousel at Watford, continue Chris Hughton, the former coach of Brighton. He kept Brighton up. I mean, if you're Chris Hughton, would you take this job, Junior?
I wouldn't. But it looked like he has an itch to coach, so go scratch your itch. I mean, and furthermore, you're guaranteed a job next year if you stay on. And you guys gonna get relegated. That's
Darren Brown. Is it Darren Moore?
Darren Moore.
Darren Moore. I mean, come on. Your thoughts on Chris Hughton, who's the bookmaker's favorite, taking this Watford job? Why take this job?
I wouldn't take it. I would rather go to League One and take one of those teams and build a team and bring up the team to championship.
Yeah.
Why would he do this? I mean, he might just be there for 60 days. I mean, why would he do this is not something that you should do. Don't do it.
Yes.
There are other teams that can use his services.
Big Dalton said, do you think that Lacazette or Aubameyang is gonna stay if they don't play Champions League? It's a very good point. If they don't play Champions League, I'm sure the Parasites.
Where are they going to go? China?
But that's also good because which other team will take these players who are not producing for this huge amount of salary that they're asking?
Well, you can take them at discount. You can take them at discount. You just
guess what? But guess what? Who will lose? Arsenal won't lose. Listen, you can as a baller. If they're on the bench and they're not playing, they can tell their agent to talk to them and say, let us terminate the contract. Let us have a mutual termination of our contract. Let me go somewhere where I'm happy and I will play. And Arsenal will actually be the winner. So I think it's a win-win. Bench the boys and make them go somewhere else.
Come on. These are not Gareth Bale type of players that prefer playing golf and collect their money. Okay, these are Aubameyang and Lacazette.
Yeah, but they're not producing, Benton. And you as a coach, if you keep playing these players who week to week out, either they draw or they lose, you're eventually going to lose your job. So it has to be either you or me. So what you are gonna do? If your boss said to you, say Benton is either you or a guy that you supervise, we're going to give yourself like your bills not prepare.
Yes. All right, let's get to some football roundup.
Before we do that, Kofi says, tell Ozil Malines United will take him.
Okay, Malines, we're quite fine, Kofi. Kofi, we're quite fine at Malines. We're having a coaching issue. We don't need Ozil at the moment. Thank you, though. El Pistolero says Ozil should go back to Spain. Who want him? What is this? Racing Santander? Or
Deportivo La Coruña?
Deportivo La Coruña or Sevilla might take him up. All right, on to some games on the field. Leicester City continue to run hot. They're sitting 8th position, but the Liverpool juggernaut rides on. Alisson got a red card.
Sitting second.
Yeah, Leicester City sitting second. Liverpool juggernaut rides on. Alisson pick up a red card. Overall, your thoughts on the week 10 play? Chelsea lost. Looked like they slipped to the 4th position. Tottenham continue to do well with this Jose Mourinho at the helm now.
We'll soon talk about Tottenham. But I said this last week. Chelsea, for some reason, when they played against Manchester City, it seemed like they were fine with a good showing against City. Now, City drew their game, which could be classified as a loss, right? And look at what Leicester did. Leicester could have been fine with just saying, it's not our game today, we'll take a 1-1 draw. We are not supposed to be here anyway. Look at the difference in approach by both teams. Granted, Tammy Abraham is injured, and that's a big difference. But look at the approach in both teams. I have to give Brendan Rodgers the rating because I think Brendan Rodgers has Leicester in position for when that slippage happened by Liverpool. They are in position to possibly give them a good run for their money for the championship.
Okay.
So I have to give Leicester, give Brendan Rodgers props, and I have to call out Lampard and wonder why you're not motivating your team. Why it feels to me like you don't think your team legitimately can win the championship this year.
Yeah, Chelsea drew in the middle of the week at Valencia, escaped at Valencia and lost this week to West Ham. Come on, your assessment of things on the field. Chelsea slipped to the 4th position. I mean, what's going on with your Chelsea outfit and the thoughts on what Leicester City is doing and your overall review of the EPL this weekend?
You realize after the game that all the players ran over to Brendan Rodgers?
Yeah.
So they ran over to him. That is showing that they're playing for the coach. Brendan Rodgers is an awesome coach. He's a motivator. I mean, he's good. Look what he did with Liverpool, before they slipped and whatever. And the Liverpool fans go, kill your Junior for saying that Leicester is in pole position for when Liverpool slipped. You never say, if my name kill you. You know how that go. But for Chelsea, we knew that at the beginning of the season, Lampard was apologetic even before the season started. They're using the transfer ban as a cushion to say, listen, this is what we have. We have to work with this. We don't think that we're going to win a trophy. We don't think we're going to be in prime position. It was a bag of excuses, and they were just okay with playing the young players and playing who they have. So I mean, I'm not crying over Chelsea. If we finish, remember I said at the beginning of the season,
Mm-hmm.
if we finish top five, then I am okay with
You're
that
okay with
because
that?
of the transfer
Yeah,
ban.
because of
And
that.
seems like Lampard is okay with that. Leicester, I have to see how Leicester is going to do in the second half. I mean, they're doing very well. The players are playing for the coach and for each other. The second goal was a really good goal.
Yeah.
Just to say that. Manchester City, I don't know if they're going to catch Liverpool. I hope they do. So at least the race will be interesting and I don't have to hear the Liverpool people mouth. But the way how they're playing, Pep needs probably to open his checkbook and get some good defenders because that's where he's having the problem. Now that Aguero is going to be out for a couple of weeks, so he's going to need all the help on the front line that he can get. I mean, the other games were pretty much standard. Crystal Palace under Roy. Zaha's playing good. And I hear that I don't know how Chelsea get involved in wanting Zaha. They can't buy anybody.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Manchester United, they said that is interested. And I'm like, again, so I
No,
don't
no.
see Zaha being a good fit for Manchester United right now. So he should
Yeah.
just stay where he is.
Yeah.
But
And
overall,
yeah.
everything else was in place. Um, Aston Villa with the Manchester United was good. And I expected a 1-1 draw between Wolves and Sheffield because they're really two good mid-table teams that are actually playing good football.
Yeah, yeah. Again, show some comments online. El Pistolero when asked where in Spain should Ozil go, he says Real Betis. Big up yourself, Marco Pratt. See your family. Dalton says, Junior, why do you think Liverpool will slip?
Tell you.
Marco Pratt's ball of the week is Virgil van Dijk or El Pistolero. If Rodgers had gotten the backing club get at Liverpool, he would have done better when his tenure at Liverpool. Dalton says, wait until next year until they're firing on all cylinder. That is Liverpool. Marco Pratt ball of the week is Jack Grealish, and Bug is Everton. And big up Jug, Mama Who Drug. Big up yourself, family, watching us on Facebook.
That comment right down, Dalton. Wait until the turn of the new year when we start firing on all cylinders. This is the smoke and mirrors that Liverpool fans are living by right now.
Okay.
Listen to me, Liverpool fans. There's nothing new about the way you guys are playing. You guys never had a midfield. You don't have a midfield. Right now, Fabinho is out for God knows how long. And we are going to see what Keita is made of. You're about to hit a very bad patch of games, a quick turnaround of games. Your front three, there is nobody to even substitute anybody for your front three. I said this a couple weeks ago. Liverpool badly needs a loss. They need a come to Jesus moment. Right now they're living on a high. You're winning all your games. You're showing that you can win games in tough situations. That's fine. But you are going to have that one bad game. You're going to have that game where Sane is going to look at Salah again and say, why the hell he didn't pass me the ball? And we don't know what is going to happen after that. Jordan Henderson going to show his bug mentality in a game. And you are going to have that bad run of games. It is inevitable. So pack your lead now. But listen to me. Leicester is hot on your heels, and you better hope Leicester have some form of injury. Because if they don't have any injury, trust me, you slip, you're going to slide. And Leicester knows how to win the Premier League. This team knows how to win the Premier League. Your team don't. Don't forget that.
Liverpool fans, don't worry yourself. I mean, the important thing for Liverpool now is to continue to win games. They're doing exceptionally well.
They need a loss.
And if you win
Trust
games,
me.
don't worry about it. I think the big thing, like you said, they will have a stretch of games where it's going to be really, really tricky period for them when they go to the FIFA Club World Cup and they have these busy period coming up in December. So there's going to be a tricky period. Fabinho is going to be out until maybe early next year. But Liverpool is finding ways to win games, and that is absolutely impressive. Junior, you gone back to the smoke and Coffee Paul said Junior's back to the smoking. He doesn't know what he's smoking. But overall, I mean, come on, Pep Guardiola and Manchester City, can we stick a fork in them for this title and this defense?
No, it's too early. I mean, it's too early. There's so many points left on the table. I mean, it's too early. We're not going to count them out as,
do we know how long Sergio Aguero will be out for?
February.
Do we know how long Sergio Aguero will be? Mm-hmm. Do we know how long Sergio Aguero will be out for? Come on. Any reports yet?
It said the last thing said a couple of weeks.
Okay.
He'll be out for a couple of weeks.
And we saw it. Yeah, go ahead. Come on.
Yeah, so I'm saying I don't think Man City is done as yet. So let's just see.
Plus, they have a new signing coming back in Leroy Sané. Let's not forget.
And they will get back Emerick Laporte, which is desperately needed in that defense for them. But we'll see if they come back at the level that they were prior to those injuries. Junior, before we move away from EPL and try to get ready to preview games and touch Champions League and Euro draw, Jose Mourinho, defensively, Tottenham is at sea. They're shipping in goals, but they're winning games. And there's just a new buzz about this team. Is this a team that can really go on a long stretch of winnings here?
Of course. People seem to forget that this is the second best team in Europe based on last year's Champions League.
Based on last year.
So the talent was there. They just needed another voice. Now, we've seen this before under Jose when Manchester United started hot under him.
Yeah.
When they were scoring goals out of the woodwork, and then they had that one bad game where Jose said, "Oh my God, we have to pull everything back." I think the alarm bells have already gone off for Jose. It's just that they haven't come to fruition as yet.
They haven't lost any games.
They haven't lost any games yet, but they are giving up goals.
Yeah,
he's obviously telling them, play free, be free. But we know Jose, there's going to be that game that he has to park the bus. It won't be Wednesday. Mm-hmm. I expect them to kill Manchester United Wednesday. Okay. But they are going to have that one game where he's going to look at Son and say, "Son, you have to drop back. Dele Alli, you have to drop back." And how would the players react at that point? I don't know.
Yeah.
But they are hungry now. So the alarm bells are going off for Tottenham because they are giving up too many goals. Even more goals than Pochettino. Even after the 7 from Bayern Munich. It's still uncharacteristic.
Come on, your thoughts on the Tottenham and Jose Mourinho and the fact that they're shipping goals, and what kind of can he adjust this issue before a potential any sort of help coming in the transfer window? Does he go to a Victor Wanyama in that holding midfield position? I mean, he's been doing higher wings, or Musa Sissoko in that holding midfielder position, and put Eric Dyer and higher wings to bed for that.
I think what we see Jose doing right now, yeah, I mean, he will have to adjust. As Junior said, they're playing free-flowing football for now. That's why they're getting all the goals scored, on them, because they're moving higher up the pitch. They're more attacking. And it was kind of funny because I was laughing because Jose is not really known for his attacking style anymore. He's the bus kind of a coach. But yeah, he does need reinforcements. And I don't know if what he has now is good enough to last until January before reinforcements come in. But we're talking about this. Will Tottenham open the wallet and spend? Will they buy a world-class star to complement Harry Kane and Dele Alli?
Okay. No, I can answer that question. It is obvious Eriksen is gone.
Yeah.
So they don't have to open their wallet. Eriksen will be gone for 100+ million.
Yeah, just make him go in January because you cannot make him go in the summer.
And then just
use that money.
Bring in Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is on his way to Tottenham.
Well, let's see. I thought Bruno was on his way to Manchester United.
And that fell through the wayside because of stupid Woodward. Right. But he's on his way to Tottenham, so it's a given.
Let's get you some of these comments. Mark El Pistolero said Liverpool are in better hands with Klopp when who knows how to win titles. Marco says, and everyone else gonna have smooth sailing. John said too early to count City out. A lot of football is left. That is absolutely correct. Marco, a question for Junior. Don't everyone have to play the same schedule? And before you answer that, Junior, El Pistolero said it's just a lack of focus in the final 10 minutes for Tottenham, which has been the point in the game where they're giving up goals at the end. But to Marco's question about the schedule.
Look at all of Liverpool's games so far. Every game that Liverpool has played feels like a cup final for the other team, right? Can we all agree on that?
Okay.
There's a reason why we look at Liverpool.
Comes the hunted, so
right, because Liverpool is the best team in Europe right now, but they are winning games in the 90th minute, and we are praising them, right? Oh my God, Liverpool is showing class and showing that they can win games in the night. Yes, but they are still playing against inferior competition. There's a reason why. These teams see them as their World Cup finals. So you are playing a cup final every week with the same front three. I have yet to see my boy will come from Switzerland that they brought from what name?
Which Shaqiri.
Shaqiri. I am yet to see Shaqiri getting consistent playing time. Shaqiri. Yeah. I am yet to see. I'm yet to see my boy named Firmino taking any extended rest. I have yet to see your Lion take a break.
Yeah.
Their legs are going to get tired. They are going to have to eke out games that they are showing they can now. But trust me, it is that Liverpool midfield. Just Liverpool fans, I don't hate your team. Just pack the lead as much as you can right now, because you're going to need that cushion.
And ultimately that is important. If you can build up enough cushion from now till when the purple patch stop, you can essentially ride through.
That's all. And they have the class. Yeah. So don't get me wrong, they are the best team in Europe.
Yeah.
But we're writing them name on the championship. Hold on, it's going to get tighter.
And then Jug says facts, and Dalton said he was injured in terms of Shaqiri. You know, you need him. You need also the Oxlade-Chamberlain to get back on the field and try to help out, take some of those minutes of those freaking players. But Liverpool is the top draw team in England. Any other final comments from the EPL this weekend? Anything stood out for you? Come on. As we move to Champions League and quickly touch some other things before we wrap up.
Benton?
Yeah, go ahead, come on.
Any other final thing for the EPL for you? I mean, this weekend. Last comment.
Just Chelsea needs to just win a game and just keep it moving.
All right, as usual, the bias shows.
Chelsea just really needs to start.
Chelsea needs to win a game.
Yeah, and then Dalton saying Shaqiri was injured, but didn't Shaqiri go to Europe with Switzerland? Wasn't he there?
Yeah, he was there.
I thought I saw his name in the on the squad list.
Yeah, I don't know if he played, but he was there. So much for being hurt.
All right, we'll get the up to date on the latest injury status of one Mr. Zerchan Shaqiri. All right, to hit in some other major news in football around Europe, Bayern Munich lost to Bayer Leverkusen. Leon Bailey scored 2 goals. Hansen Flick, 1 week they look impressive, but it was inconsistent with Kovac at the helm for Bayern Munich. I mean, it seems like Hansen Flick wanted to give this job to Pochettino.
No, but sometimes we get too quick to characterize teams our coaching failures.
Yeah.
We look at Arsenal. Arsenal's issue obviously was tactics. That's why Emery had to go.
Yeah.
What is Bayern Munich's problem? When are we going to now say maybe the players are at fault? It's obvious Manchester United, the players are at fault. Bayern Munich, obviously the players are at fault. Tottenham, the players are at fault somewhat, because a different voice, now the team step up. You have a different voice in Bayern Munich locker room, but the players are still playing inconsistently.
Yeah,
when are we going to blame the players?
And we'll preview Bayern Munich versus Mönchengladbach, the big matchup coming up in the Bundesliga here next weekend. Come on, as we try to touch some other news as we running close on time. In La Liga, your little team, Messi's team, defeated Atletico Madrid 1-0. Your thoughts?
It was one of the best matches I've seen in La Liga this season. And it's not because Barcelona won. Because for a minute there, I thought that we were going to lose. Because Madrid was just pelting, running with the back line. And I keep saying PK just needs to wrap it up. It's just ridiculous. The Suarez, Griezmann, Messi combination. I don't know how I feel about it. Griezmann just seems to me like a waste of money. I don't see him being a fit in Barcelona's system, and I don't see him being really, active. That being said, Messi came through in the 80 something minute. It was a glorious kick from outside the box. Whoever me hear say Messi don't score from outside the box, stop it. That was an
Okay, okay,
excellent goal. But I
okay.
still I still think that Valverde needs to go.
Okay, come on. We don't have time for the Messi celebration. We have enough of it. We have enough. All right. In some other news, Champions League quickly in the big match that took place this week in Champions League. My fancy baller, your fancy baller, Neymar, Hollywood himself was back on the pitch as PSG drew 2-2 with Real Madrid. Your thoughts, Junior? I mean, PSG went in there and competed with an impressive outfit. You're not saying anything about your fancy baller. Come on. Well, your thoughts on the Champions League, PSG, and that Madrid matchup? Because Junior is not saying anything before we go to Euro and preview our games.
It was a good game. Let us give Neymar. Neymar really, I think he inspired PSG. I think he was the best player on PSG side during that match. 2-2 was still lucky, but either side it could have gone either way. But I do think that Neymar looks as if he wants to be anywhere but at PSG.
He does, and he does look a bit fat too. And maybe he got Hazard's weight. Hazard's weight loss. The weight from Hazard. Dalton says he came back injured in terms of Shaqiri. All right, Euro draw, Junior. Quickly, you're excited about the Euro Championship draw. Use that group what F?
I was excited about one group, Group F, and I don't care who the fourth team is.
Okay, and so
Portugal, Germany, and France.
Are the okay?
Hopefully Pogba will be back.
And hopefully Pogba, the basketball star, is in Miami chilling. Come on, your thoughts on the Euro draw as we head home for do our preview section.
I just see the brown envelope run for Group F because that is ridiculous. It was just you're like, this is just crazy. Just to see these three teams in one group. I think Germany might be the weakest one. I mean, without even seeing the fourth as yet, Germany still have a little bit of issues going forward. That's pretty much the group. In Group B, not too bad either with Belgium, Denmark, Finland, and Russia. Nice to see, what's the name, Timo Pukki, play some big man football. So in a very nice group. So,
Yeah.
I am interested. I am very excited for Euro 2020.
And football fans, as we get closer to Euro 2020, we'll do our official preview and prediction. And who knows, we may even do a pick'em contest and ball chat for the Euro 2020 Championship. Preview segment time. Let's kick it off. Junior, Merseyside Derby. Do we even have to pick it? Is this week Liverpool visits beat and teach Everton. Is this where Marcus Silva loses his job, or will Everton find a way to beat Liverpool?
Richarlison versus Van Dijk. That's a game.
Richarlison versus Van Dijk.
Because we know Liverpool going to score and score and score and score.
And this is probably the only thing that is keeping one of the things that is keeping Marcus Silva there is that he's made Everton competitive against Liverpool,
yeah,
right?
And these Merseyside games at Everton always have some fluky, funny red card, some weird tackle, something always happen weird. But Liverpool should win.
Liverpool should win. And so, come on, your thoughts on this Liverpool. Who are you predicting Liverpool versus Everton in the Merseyside Derby? This game is this week. Is it Wednesday?
Wednesday, yeah.
At 3:15 p.m.
1-0 Everton.
1-0 Everton.
I guess Richarlison going to score the goal. But listen, I do think that Marcus Silva going to lose his job. I think tomorrow when we wake up, he's going to be sacked. That man looks so unhappy on the sideline. I thought he was just going to quit. I thought he came up with a big sign in his back pocket to say, I resign or something. But he did the best he could today. His lineup was good. It was a good lineup. And he still lost. So, It's just unfortunate. But let me just say, because I don't like the Liverpool people, 1-0 to Everton.
Like that car coming through. All right.
What is this called?
But yeah, so you said 1-0 Everton. I'm curious, what are people that watching right now? If you're watching right now, post in the chat, what do you think the scores are going to be? So put your names on it. So I said Liverpool would win. Let me put my name officially on it. I think Liverpool is going to win 3-2 with a VAR goal.
Everton will lose this game. Liverpool will probably beat them 2 or 3-0. I mean, it's a weak heart Everton team. Manchester United versus Spurs is the other big midweek matchup. Mauricio Pochettino won't be the head coach of Manchester United as Junior continued to disappoint, as the Glazers continue to disappoint Junior. But Jose takes his big team into Old Trafford.
I was praying and hoping that Pogba would come back magically and play a magical game, but that's not going to happen. Tottenham, I think that's a draw game. I really do think that's a draw game. I really, really think that's a 2-2.
Junior's hoping for a draw game.
2-2.
2-2. Junior's hoping for a draw game. Come on, your thoughts on your prediction from Manchester United versus Spurs.
4-3 Spurs. Spurs go and lead 3-0 and then allow Manchester United to come back as normal. But it's 4-3 for Spurs.
And Dalton says Liverpool will win 2-0 as expected. And he over Everton and Spurs will defeat Man United 2-1. I mean, I think it'll be another 3-0 like last year with Mauricio Pochettino going into Old Trafford. It's just a different coach this year. They should beat them. Badly. That Manchester United team that we saw today against Aston Villa.
No, but I just think if Jose loses his mind and plays attacking against Manchester United, Tottenham is susceptible to the counter attack. And if Dyer is in the middle of that field, they are susceptible to the counter attack.
Who will score for Manchester United? Somehow the goal today that they scored by Rashford was it actually an own goal by Heaton. Yeah. So who will score? And McTominay is injured, so he's also out. So it's Fred and Pereira in that holding midfield position. I
don't think they will play four. I don't think they'll play one. I think they'll play one in the midfield.
If Jose Mourinho loses this game at Old Trafford, he will miss a huge opportunity to put.
See, El Pistolero says Spurs will defeat United. Mourinho has something to prove. He will show up Manu. I think that is a poison pill. You do not attack this Manchester United. They're not good, but the one thing they're good at is counter attack.
Come on, I mean, Aston Villa should have beaten them by how many today?
At least 4.
Okay. How many sitters did Grealish miss? Scored an excellent goal. All right. City versus Manchester United. So Manchester United have 2 big games coming out the pipe. They host Spurs and then they travel for the Manchester derby. Junior, will Pogba be back for that one?
No, Pogba won't be back.
And that game is on Sunday. At 12:30, or no, Saturday at 12:30 p.m.
The way how Manchester United started against, who they played against before? Sheffield, the team that they came back and draw the game one.
Well, they draw today against Arsenal.
No, the one last game. But I think it was Sheffield before this. But they started out playing a 3 in the back. They played 3-4-3 formation.
Okay.
They need to bring that back against Manchester City, and then they will have a chance to keep it to 4-0, 5-0.
Wait. So, Man City will win 4-0?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, your thoughts on this Man City versus Man United game.
Who winning it, Jonah?
Man City.
Jonah, who winning? 4-0?
Manchester City.
Speak up, Junior. We cannot hear you.
I said Manchester City.
And how many? How many, Junior?
4-0.
4-0. Junior said 4-0 Manchester City.
Hey, somebody need to screenshot that. But listen, I do think Manchester City will beat Manchester United, but not a 4-0. I think it's more like a 3-1. But as Manchester United are playing, they're not that bad. And Manchester City aren't playing at their best either. So I think it's not a derby of 2 bug sides, but they're close to it.
El Pistolero says Harry Kane and Son will be the killers in that game against Manchester United. They're definitely on Son. Dele Alli should be outstanding come Wednesday against this Manchester United outfit. El Pistolero says City will walk over United, and Dalton, in Junior's own word, Man City will beat the brakes off Manchester United per Dalton. But a flip side of this, Junior, if somehow Oli can command the presence of this outfit, this team, and move them to get results against these two teams, this would be huge for him.
No,
if he can hear me out.
No.
If he can summon some sort of force from somewhere and get a victory against Spurs and then go to Manchester City and get a result, that would be huge for his tenure at Manchester.
No, it will not be huge for. It will be huge for his coaching CV, but not as a Manchester United coach. If you cannot beat Aston Villa at your yard, don't try to rile up your team to perform good against Man City.
So
if you are good enough to perform on the same field as Manchester City, you should be winning the games today.
Okay.
So if that is a death nail in his coffin, I said it in the chat. At halftime, Ole is about to embark on his most significant 135 minutes as coach. The second half of today's game and the 90 minutes Wednesday. He failed the second half today. If he beat Tottenham, the jury going to be out. If he perform well against City, for me, Ole officially out. I haven't been saying Ole is out, but if in 1 week, in 3 games, the game that you should have won, you did not win, and you perform good against a team that you should not beat, you're not the right coach for the team. And that's just my perception.
Okay. All right. So Ole cannot do anything to rescue his career on the.
In my eyes, no, gone.
Manchester United. One more game to pick in the Bundesliga. Bayern Munich face the top of the table, Mönchengladbach. Alexander Player, you're a big ball, Alexander Player Jr. And Mönchengladbach rides into Bayern. Surely Bayern should say this is a moment, come to Jesus moment to beat this team.
It's an angry Bayern Munich.
It should be an angry Bayern Munich outfit.
An angry Bayern. But I like Player, but I think Bayern Munich is going to win, just off sheer emotion.
And Mönchengladbach defeated Freiburg today 4-2. They were toying with Freiburg. That's how impressive Mönchengladbach is. Come on, your thoughts on Bayern Munich versus Mönchengladbach. This game is next Saturday at 9:30 Eastern Standard.
Like we lost, come on.
It seems like we've lost, come on. I told your internet was spotty today. Alright, football lovers, I will screenshot come on's prediction. Let's wrap up the show. Link us on social media. Link us at Ball Chat Podcast on Instagram, Ball Chat 1 on Twitter, Ball Chat on Facebook. You can email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. Hopefully we'll have a freelance journalist next week to round up who should be at the Liverpool versus Everton game to give us some insights and sounds from that game. Junior?
Yeah, and also we've heard the cries, and I know the shows are running an hour long now. We have some special announcements coming out a couple weeks or so that is going to significantly affect the way our broadcast the show. So let's just put it out that way, that the shows are going to be a lot shorter than an hour. So big up to all those that have been watching us over the last year and a half or so. I big up on yourself every time, but we're going to be making some huge announcements coming up. I feel more confident where I can slightly let the puss out the bag right now. But trust me, you guys are going to be very proud of us in the next couple of weeks.
And I love the long shows. You can also get our audio on iTunes and Google Play.
Oh yeah, that's the next announcement.
Yes, we're officially on iTunes and Google Play. If you check out Ball Chat Podcast on those platforms, you can listen to our show. Come on, later, because I heard you can't.
All right, later.
All right, later.